Mr. Speaker, happy National Dairy Month. I rise today in recognition of this occasion of National Dairy Month and to honor the hardworking men and women of America's dairy industry, especially those in my home state of Pennsylvania. As a representative of Pennsylvania's 15th District and as chairman of the House Agriculture Committee, I know firsthand the central role that dairy plays in our economy, our communities, and our health. Pennsylvania is an incredible dairy state with more than 6,200 dairy farms. We rank second in the nation in the number of dairy operations and 8th in milk production. These farms care for nearly 500,000 dairy cows and support more than 52,000 jobs, generating $14.7 billion annually for our state's economy. It's important that in addition to recognizing the success and strength of this industry, we also acknowledge the challenges it takes to produce the dairy products that we all know and love. Rising costs, outdated federal regulations, and policies that don't reflect the realities on the ground have all hurt this vital industry. That's why we must continue to fight for a modernized farm bill and for smart bipartisan policies that promote health and strengthen rural communities. In addition, the One Big Beautiful Bill we passed out of the House included key victories for our dairy producers. The bill contains multiple enhancements to the Dairy Margin Coverage Program, such as increasing Tier 1 coverage eligibility from 5 million to 6 million pounds per farm, among other items. One of those bipartisan policies is the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act, which I proudly introduced alongside my colleague, Representative Kim Schreier, a pediatrician and a bipartisan coalition in both chambers of Congress. This bill is about returning to whole and reduced fat milk to school cafeterias. It reflects updated science, addressing years of flawed federal policy, and responds to what parents, schools, and health professionals across the country already know. Kids need access to milk that they'll actually drink. Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has also voiced support for returning whole milk to school cafeterias. He recognizes this value as a nutrient-rich option that supports child development and academic success. Milk provides 13 essential nutrients, including calcium, vitamin D, and potassium. These nutrients support bone health, immune function, and long-term well-being. But today, nearly 3 in 4 school-aged children are not getting their recommended daily intake of dairy. Since whole milk was removed from the schools in 2012, we've seen declines in milk consumption, increased food waste, and growing concerns about childhood nutrition. This legislation is a common-sense solution that simply gives schools the option to serve whole and reduced fat milk once again. And I'm pleased to report that the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act has already made significant bipartisan progress. It has passed the House Committee on Education and Workforce, and most recently the Senate Agriculture Committee, with strong support from both sides of the aisle. With over 300 votes in the House last Congress, this bill is ready to cross the finish line. Let me be clear, this is a win for everyone involved. It supports our children's health and gives a boost to our nation's dairy farmers who work hard every day to provide safe, nutritious products. Mr. Speaker, National Dairy Month is not just a moment of recognition. It's a call to action to stand with rural America, invest in the next generation, and ensure our food policies are rooted in science and not bureaucracy. Let's finish the work we've started. Let's pass the Whole Milk for Healthy Kids Act. Let's deliver for our farmers, and let's keep making American agriculture stronger, healthier, and yes, great once again. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.